I shall purify you in flame, whore of nightmare. You've forgotten your place, Karui slave. Let me remind you. You're God's greatest disappointment, heretic. You are not the only one who wields death as a weapon, boy. God gave this world to man, not to you, little girl. Give up the fight, duelist. Your soul was lost long ago. It shall be a baptism of blood. Your death is mine. I fought for God. Who do you fight for, exile? I fought for God. Who do you fight for, exile? My place is at God's side. Where will your journey end, exile? Come on. Swine. Inbred. Sinner. Think on your sins. Show me your power. Show me your strength. What are you here for? What's your game? I serve a new god now, exile. Man the defenses! Bring me the exile's head. You dare desecrate these sacred grounds. God tests our mettle. Protect the cargo! Had you been a little earlier, you would have made a fine subject for these experiments. God's judgment awaits you. No prison can hold a true servant of God. Ah, the bargainer. Let steel taste blood once more. Perhaps we'll politic again, exile, if you survive. A true servant of God can never be defeated. Your efforts are futile. I slew you, and yet you return. I wonder how many times I'll get to kill you. God's might is granted to a chosen few. Witness. My legions are immortal. I will crush you. Charge into the fray. I shall purify you in the flame of God's wrath. You dare foul this sanctuary. To the death! These grounds will not be defiled. Do your work. Protect the cargo. The work of the chosen must not be delayed. God's judgment is swift and final. Worry not, exile. Your doom is certain. Time for me to clean up yet another of your messes, Karui. The crusade never ends, brother. Allow me to aid you. Protect the noble bloodline. Cameria, remember your lessons. My new god appreciates your cruelty. I offer aid. Time for me to clean up yet another of your messes. This sanctuary will not fall as long as I remain standing. Walls under the command of a fool are no more than sand shaped by a child. If the Syndicate wanted this cargo stolen, they certainly chose their defender well. The best way to take down multiple enemies is to strike when they are fighting each other. This victory shall be mine. I shall put you in your place, Karui. Can you feel God's disappointment in you, heretic? This world was made to be bent to man's will, as were you, little girl. You think death is your weapon alone, boy, but you are dearly mistaken. I wish you had listened, Cameria. You've had your chance. Now a real leader must step in. Luckily, I have the skill to destroy all comers. This cargo will not be yours, traitor. Careful, traitor, lest you end up a test subject at our next lab. Just more souls to deliver to God. I think not. God becomes what we want him to be, and thus we can do no wrong in his name. Mercy is not in me, assassin, neither given nor received. I know full well the golden blood of your line of traitors. Centauri was a fool. If I had been there, the Ezamites would have been cut down to the last man. Disappointing, but not unexpected. Let my final lesson begin. Be quiet. Now we cannot fail. This cargo will not be yours, exile. You'll never succeed now, exile. You are doomed now, exile. And so you find yourself in your destined role, Karui, under my command. God promised immortality, Elrion, but the Eternal One delivered. This is my crusade now. You were born a weapon, Hillick, and I will wield you on behalf of the Syndicate. It is good you believe might makes right, Thane. That means we agree I should be in charge here. Bend your carving to the will of warfare, Ashling. This is my crusade to lead now. You will never achieve victory fighting only for yourself. Secure the cargo, and make sure that one is fully dead. Pile this carcass with the others. You brought this on yourself. God's plan continues apace. Until next time, exile. There shall be no prize for you this day. A pity, exile. You were so close. Is no defense enough? You brute. You are no thing of God. How is this possible? The flesh can be bound and shackled, but faith will persevere in the end. More deals, exile? Wait! Wait! I shall die 1,000 times, if needed. Turnabout is fair play. I don't have to win every battle to win the war. Just a small misstep on the inevitable path to salvation. You've made your show of force, savage. I submit and entreat you to bargain in exchange for my life. You are clearly superior. I admit defeat. Perhaps you would wrest from me a political reward. I'll bring on a fellow syndicate member to this job at your behest. Perhaps someone weak and easily exploitable. I care not who I deceive in the pursuit of my goal. The syndicate is full of godless heretics, seeking to evade eternal judgment. Ah, I see your plans, exile. You want to reorganize the syndicate for your own reasons. Perhaps our goals align. I wish to stay alive for the moment. And you? What do you want? I've been blind to the syndicate's heresy for far too long. I am done with it. My only escape from the Eternal One is to remain alive. If you kill me, I'll just rise again, deeper in the syndicate's clutches. Strategic knowledge is the key to warfare. Spare me this time, and I'll tell you what I know. I prefer not to rely overmuch on the Eternal One's resurrection. Debts quickly become chains. Would you accept material reward in exchange for sparing me? That serves my plan quite well. One heathen is as good as another. You are a wonderful pawn, exile. Solitary prayer shall guide me in time. Now you know what I wish you to know. Drive the syndicate into a corner and enrage it. I always make sure to keep watch for an advantage over my superior officers. I know something that the Eternal One would very much like to hear about. You could kill me here and now, or I could spread certain rumors that would undermine the positions of my fellows. I don't see God after death, exile. Not when the Eternal One brings me back. I'd prefer not to die if it can be avoided. And I have the political clout to lie to my superiors and get one of my fellows here excommunicated from the syndicate. Care to make a deal? I can't afford to die right now. I can offer knowledge in exchange. I will tell you everything I know about my fellows. It is in my power to ruin another if you let me live. And I have no qualms over the fate of Akadui. I have reason to doubt Elrion's faith, and I have long worked to gather leverage over him. Let me live, and I shall show you. That pathetic excuse for a man is not worthy of the Parandus name. You and I must betray him before he turns on us. That thing is no creation of God, man, or beast. Let me live, and we can both work against it. You would do wise not to kill me. Chimera is just like me, but without refinement. He is a greater threat. God's plan does not include the weak or the corrupt. Let me live, and I can work against them. Death holds no terror for me, exile. It is you who should fear. For the Syndicate, I give my life. Stay strong, comrade. This exile can inflict no worse than death. No more prisons. You will have to slay me. Traitorous scum! I didn't think you had the nerve to risk my wrath, Haku. It is always a turncoat who suffers the harshest of God's punishments. I do not envy the fate that awaits you. Oh, Parandus, thy name is Liar. I should have expected this from an Ezomite heretic. We will talk about this later. I will enjoy breaking you. A true servant of God is no stranger to the Inquisition. I have nothing to hide. I shall stand strong no matter how many times I face an Inquisition. No deal this time? I underestimated your resolve, exile. Death is simply the way of this land. Get on with it, exile. Fool, do not disrupt God's plan. I cannot claim sorrow for that fool. Bring your Inquisition, exile. I guarantee I've personally run far worse than your darkest imagining. A baptism in blood! A baptism in blood! A baptism in blood! Show me your power! Show me your power! Show me your power! Give me strength! Give me strength! Give me strength! Fire and faith! Fire and faith! Fire and faith! Witness God's chosen! Witness God's chosen! Witness God's chosen!